Good morning to all my lovely children. Children, I hope you're all good. You're doing well, studying hard, and taking care of you and everyone around. So, this is your another GK class. Yesterday we did chapter 1. We read about microbes, did some exercises also, learned some new terms also. Now, today we are going to do chapter 2 and 3, and chapter 2 will be marsupials. Okay, so now what are marsupials? So marsupials are mammals are those which give birth to young ones. Okay, so marsupials are mammals whose characteristic, before explaining marsupial, I must tell you a name. You all remember a kangaroo. Okay, so a kangaroo is a marsupial. Okay, now keeping a kangaroo in mind, you can now imagine marsupials. So, what are marsupials? Marsupials are mammals whose characteristic feature is a pouch. Okay, you all have seen a kangaroo. It has a pouch which is called the marsupium. Okay, that contains the mammary glands. The young ones of marsupials are born relatively underdeveloped. So the young ones, when they are born, they're very underdeveloped. They are not able to do anything. They are blind. They cannot see. They are without fur. So they need a lot of protection from bad weather or any kind of weather. Then and they are the size of a peanut. Okay, so they develop in the pouch for months. So they remain in the, after being born, they remain in the pouch for months where they get protection, they get warmth, okay, they get nutrition. So they remain in the pouch for months till they are able to leave it and survive on their own. So the pouch give them warmth, nourishment, and protection. Nourishment means everything which is required for maintenance of their body. Okay. So you have milk, you have butter, you have what do you say? The fibrous things. Okay. All these to maintain your body. You have fruits and everything so that you can get all minerals, vitamins, proteins, everything from the food you eat. So these young ones also get their nourishment, they get their warmth, they get protection from the pouch. Now, most marsupials belong to Australia and the America. Okay, so they belong to America and Australia, but 70% of the marsupials are native to Australia. Okay, now we have an exercise where you have to see the picture and name the marsupial. I will just share the screen with you, children. So, yes, now you can see it on the screen. The very first picture is of kangaroo. So this marsupial of Australia has short forelimbs. You all know it has short forelimbs and strong hind limbs so that he can hop and leap. Used for leaping and a long thick tail for balance. It is often considered symbolic of Australia. Okay, kangaroos are endemic to Australia. That means they are the native. They live there. They are found there in Australia. Okay, so they are symbolic of Australia also. So the first answer is kangaroo, Kangaroo. Okay, so that is your first answer. Then second answer is, children, as you can see, I have written the answers in ink and that too very clearly. So please write your answers in ink. I explained in yesterday's video also. Please write your answers in ink and in very good handwriting without any spelling mistake. So let's see the second picture. This is let's see what this is. This carnivorous marsupial is endemic to Tasmania. Endemic to Tasmania means it is the native of Tasmania. It lives there. It is found there. It is a ferocious feeder. Okay, it eats ferociously with a strong bite. Okay, and an unpleasant odor. Odor means smell. Okay, a bad smell comes from it. It is considered an endangered species. Okay, so what is this? This is Tasmanian devil. See, it's very easy to remember this because we have got this line, this carnivorous marsupial is endemic to Tasmania. So the very first word of the answer comes from Tasmania itself. So Tasmanian and devil. Okay, think of the devil and the devil arrives. So devil, Tasmanian devil. That's your answer. So next we have this herbivorous short-legged marsupial lives in Australia and is known for its backward-facing pouch. It digs burrows with its long rodent-like teeth and long claws. Okay, so what is this? This is wombat. This is called wombat. W-O-M-B-A-T. Okay, a short-legged marsupial lives in Australia, has a backward facing pouch. It digs burrows because it has rodent like teeth. Rodent are rats and all. The rat family, so rodent like teeth, and it has long claws. Now the fourth one. This tree dwelling marsupial. Tree dwelling means that lives on trees. So this tree dwelling marsupial lives in the eucalyptus woodland. Eucalyptus is a kind of tree. Okay, so the woodlands, the forest where there are many eucalyptus trees in Australia. So this marsupial lives there and feeds mainly on the leaves of that tree. It feeds on the leaves of that tree, eucalyptus tree. It faces the danger of habitat destruction from agriculture and development. Okay, these woodlands people are destroying the habitats of animals and they are using that land, that woodland for agriculture and for development. So this animal is facing this danger of habitat destruction. Now, which is this animal? This is koala. Koala. This is koala. Okay. Now, let's see the next one. Yes. Fifth one is here. The name of this tiny marsupial comes from its liking for sweet foods and its ability to fly through the air using its wing-like gliding membrane called the patagium. Okay, so this is a tiny marsupial. Okay, small, very small, and it likes sweet foods. Okay, so its name comes from this only, this quality of his only, and it has the ability of flying, okay, through the air using its wing-like gliding membrane called the patagium. So what is the name of this marsupial? It is sugar glider. S-U-G-A-R, sugar, G-L-I-D-E-R, sugar glider. Sugar because it loves sweet foods and it glides in the air, so it is sugar glider. Very easy to remember. So we have done page number 8 and we have completed this exercise. Now let's move on to next page. We will move on to page number 9. Okay. Okay, so we have still more marsupials. Okay, sixth one. These marsupials are also called possums and live in North and South America. If threatened, they will pretend to be sick or dead, lending the expression to play possum. Okay, so how to play possum? If you just pretend to be sick and dead. Okay, so this animal This marsupial, it is also called possums, and this lives in North and South America. And if they are threatened, okay, if they are threatened somehow, then what they will do, they will just pretend to be sick or dead. So what's the name of this marsupial? Opossum. 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 Okay, that is the answer. Next, seventh one. This omnivorous marsupial of Australia is not related to the Indian rodent. As you can see in the picture, this looks like an Indian rodent. Okay, this looks like an Indian rat, but it is not related to it. And its name comes from the Telugu word Pandikoku. So the name is bandicoot. Bandicoot. Bandicoot is the name of this marsupial, which looks like Indian rat, but it is not related to Indian rat anyhow. And its name comes from the Telugu word pandikoku, so it is bandicoot. Okay. Now let's look at the eighth answer. Now look at this. These creatures are a smaller species of kangaroo. There are about 30 species of these marsupials of all sizes and habitats. Okay, so a smaller species of kangaroo, and there are 30 species of these marsupials. So they are wallabies. 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 Okay. So that was your exercise. That was the name of the marsupials. Now, children, you when you are asked a question from this exercise, then they have given you like 3-4 sentences for each of the marsupial. But when put in question paper, we may just give you some information about the marsupial, and then you will have to write the answer. Like suppose, see the seventh one. So we can just ask you that this marsupial's name comes from the Telugu word Pandikoku. Okay. So you will have to write bandicoot. Okay. Then we can say that when these marsupials are threatened, they pretend to be sick or lie dead. So they pretend to be sick or dead. So then you have to answer opossum. Okay. Then we can ask you, these are smaller species of kangaroo, and you have to answer wallabies. Okay. And then here we can ask you that the tiny marsupial who likes sweet foods. So you will answer sugar glider. Okay. So like that, we may ask you one line only and you have to answer. Okay. So for that, you have to know your chapter. Okay. Now fill in the blanks. The young one of a marsupial is called a joey. Okay. So the young one of a marsupial, what have we been learning? That the young one of a kangaroo is called joey. But actually the young one of any marsupial is called a joey. Joey. Then second one, a group of wombats is called a wisdom. Wisdom. So a group of wombats is called a wisdom. Now, the name of the marsupial intermediate in size between the kangaroo and the wallaby is the wallaroo. Okay. So, big in size kangaroo, smaller in size wallabies, and the medium size ones are called wallaroo. 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 Okay. Now, fourth one, the largest marsupial is the red. The largest marsupial is the red. Okay. Okay, I think it can be named red kangaroo. So you can write there red kangaroo also. The largest marsupial is the red kangaroo. You can write there. The smallest marsupial is the long-tailed planigale. The smallest marsupial is the long-tailed planigale, Planigale. Now, koalas are sometimes mistakenly referred to as belonging to this animal species. When we see koalas, we think that they may be bears. They are not bears, they are koalas. So, uh, who does it look like? Koala looks like a bear, Bear. Okay. So, that was your exercise. Page number 9 completed. And now we'll move on to the next chapter, that is the slowest creatures. Okay, uh, chapter 2 is complete, and now chapter 3, slowest creatures. So as the name suggests, the creatures who move very slowly. So they are slowest creatures. So there are some animals in the world that are known for their slow locomotion, slow movement. Most animals use speedy movements to help them escape from predators, chase prey, find food and water, look for mates, and move away from dangers in the environment. So, most of the animals are very speedy. They use speedy movements. Why? Sometimes they have to save themselves from predators, from attackers, okay, from other animals who attack them. So they have to escape from them. They have to run away from them. Then sometimes they have to chase prey. That means they have to catch their own food. Okay, they have to catch other creatures which would be their food. So that is prey. Then they have to find food and water. So they have to be very speedy. Then they have to look for mates. Okay, for reproduction. Then they have to move away from dangers in the environment. There can be many dangers. There may be a storm, there may be a fire, and then they will have to run away from there. So they need to be very speedy. Now the slowest animals on earth either have other tactics to do these things or do not have the need for it. But in the environment, there are many other creatures who are very slow. Now, when they are slow, then definitely they have other ways of saving themselves. Okay, running away may not be one of their tactics. They may be having other tactics. They may be having other strategies to save themselves from dangers and to provide themselves with food. Okay, and sometimes they may not have the need of running or need of being speedy. So these are the slowest creatures. Let's read about them. Let's know about them. Now there's a question. Name these creatures that are some of the slowest animals on earth. So, first one is, this is the slowest animal in the world moving through its habitat in the treetops of Central and South America at a top speed of 0.24 km per hour. Its name means laziness or slow motion. It moves so slowly that even algae can grow in it. Oh my God. Such a slow moving animal that even algae can grow in it on it. Okay, so slowest animal in the world, and habitat is the treetops of Central and South America. So this is three-toed sloth, THRW, three TOED, toad, SLOTH, sloth, three-toed sloth. Now next one. These marine mammals, also called sea cows, spend their life floating around in shallow waters. They just have small paddle-like flippers in their big bodies, but move at a rate less than 8 km per hour. They have no natural predators. Okay, no natural predators. Nobody to attack them. They move very slowly at the rate of less than 8 km per hour. They have paddle-like flippers. They like floating around in the shallow waters. So shallow water, shallow is opposite of deep, which is not very deep. That is shallow water. So what is the answer? Manatee. M-A-N-A-T-E-E. Manatee. M-A-N-A-T-E-E. Manatee is the answer. Now let's see the third one. This is a venomous lizard that lives in the Australian desert. Venomous means poisonous. Okay. So it mostly lives underground and stays very still to conserve energy. So it is there living underground and it doesn't move much because it tries to save all the energy it has. So this is called Gila monster. G-I-L-A, Gila, M-O-N-S-T-E-R, Gila monster. Okay. Now let's move on further. These microscopic worms are so slow that they stay still and wait for the food to come to them. So what are they? These are nematodes. 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 Okay. These are microscopic worms. Okay. You can see them through microscopes, but they're so slow. They keep on lying still, waiting for the food to come to them. Okay. Very lazy people. Now, fifth one, this fish lives in shallow tropical and temperate waters. It swims upright at speeds of about 8 km/h. It is the only animal species where the males bear the young. Okay. So only animal species where males bear the young. So this is seahorse. Seachorse. Seahorse. Okay. Now let's see the next one. This marsupial spends most of its life in the eucalyptus trees of Australia, eating the leaves that are toxic to other animals. We just read about this. This is koala. Koala. So we read about koala in marsupials, and koala is here again because it is one of the slowest creatures. Okay. Now, next one. Seventh one. It has a very large body topped by a heavy shell, giving it a weight over 300 kilogram. It moves slowly on land by means of its thick, short legs, but moves faster in water. Okay, so this is giant tortoise. Giant, G-I-A-N-T, giant, T-O-R-T-O-Y-S-E, giant tortoise. Okay. Now, next, it is a mollusk that moves on the ground by contracting the muscles in its body. It eats decaying plant material and other organic material. So what is this? This is a garden snail. Garden, garden, S-N-A-I-L, snail. Garden snail. Next. This animal attaches itself to rocks at the ocean's edges. It uses the ocean currents to move around. So this is starfish. Okay, starfish you all have seen. If not in real, yes, in pictures. Now, this nocturnal primate lives in the forests of Southeast Asia, grasping branches to move with a slow, cautious gait. Cautious is careful. Gait is the way a person walks. Okay, so it grasps branches. It catches hold of branches to move with a slow, cautious gait. Its main diet is insects. So what is this? Slow loris. S-L-O-W, slow, L-O-R-I-S, loris. So that was our exercise. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Pick the words that are associated with slowness and cross the ones that are not. Okay. So deliberate. Deliberate is slow. Slowness showing word. Then second one is unhurried. Yes, it shows slowness. Then leisurely. Again, it shows slowness, leisurely. Then brisk. Brisk walk. Okay, no. Brisk is opposite of that. So that is quick. Brisk is quick. So that is wrong. Swift is again a rapid movement. So this is wrong. sedate. Yes, sedate is true. That is related to slowness. Accelerated. Yes, that is opposite of slow. So that is wrong. Then sluggish. Sluggish is, yes, it is related to being slow. Then slothful. Yes, again, it is related to being slow and lazy. And scurrying. Scurrying is again showing rapid movement. So this is wrong. Okay. So okay, again, children, here, when we ask you these questions, we may not give you the whole 3-4 line thick description. We may just give you one clue, one hint. Okay. And like we can say, look at the fifth one, with the answer is seahorse. We may just ask you, this is the only animal species where the males bear the young, and you have to know the answer. It is seahorse. So we may not give you the full 3-4 line description. We may just give you one clue, one key thing, and you have to answer. So for that, you have to really go through your chapters. You have to read them nicely, and you have to know about them. Then only you will be able to answer. Okay. So, um, we have now done page number, today we have done page number 8, 9, 10 and 11. That means chapter 2 and chapter 3 we have completed, children. Please do this work in your book. Use ink, use a blue gel pen, write the correct spellings, write it clearly in good handwriting, okay? And do your work so that you can be ready with it, okay? Okay, children. So that was all for today, and I hope you have gained knowledge about marsupials and slow creatures. You can look for them up in various books, in encyclopedias, in you can Google it up, okay, and know more about them. So children, that's all for today. Now we'll meet next time with a new topic. So till we meet next time, just take care of yourselves and everyone around, okay? Learn some new things, follow your hobbies, and be happy and study.